Support for Up to Date is provided by Geisinger, providing world-class care for our community, here where it matters.
Hello and welcome to Up to Date from WVIA News. I'm Sarah Scinto, here to keep you up to date on all the news you should know about. Today, the Department of Homeland Security may no longer be looking at 2 Pennsylvania warehouses for immigrant detention centers. And after a recent ruling, skill games may play a role in the race for Pennsylvania's next governor. It's Tuesday, June 23rd. Let's get into it. We'll start with that immigration story. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security may be rethinking plans to turn 2 Pennsylvania warehouses into immigrant detention centers. WVIA's Boris Krauchenyuk spoke to a congressman to learn more.
The New York Times reported last week that the Department of Homeland Security plans to drop the idea of using warehouses in Schuylkill and Berks counties and 5 other places as immigrant detention centers. The newspaper cited a document it obtained, but Congressman Dan Muser isn't so sure it's a done deal. Muser told WVIA News he met Friday via Zoom with Homeland Security officials. They told him the department hasn't decided what to do. Muser said he expects a decision soon. He said the department has some new planning underway to enforce immigration laws and do what's best for the community. The Times said the department plans to either sell the 2 Pennsylvania warehouses and 5 others or give them to other federal agencies to use. The department bought the 2 warehouses here for more than $200 million in January. I'm Boris Krauchenyuk, WVIA News.
Thanks, Boris. Find more of that story at WVIA.org. And in a development last night, U.S. Senator John Fetterman issued a statement saying he's, quote, pleased to confirm ICE is canceling the plans to use the Pennsylvania warehouses as detention centers. Fetterman did not say how he knows that, and efforts to clarify and confirm the statement were not immediately successful. In other political news, an advocacy group that targeted some Republican incumbents this spring says it will help elect GOP hopeful Stacey Garrity as governor. But as Tom Reese reports for WVIA, the group remains controversial.
Citizens Alliance has pledged to knock 750,000 doors for Garrity this fall. The candidate herself has appeared with CEO Cliff Maloney at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort. But this spring, the group sought to topple a handful of Republican state senators, including Western Pennsylvania's Camera Bartolotta. It did so with money given by the makers of skill games, which are similar to slot machines but operate with little state oversight. Bartolotta has criticized skill games, and she warns Garrity and other Republicans not to get too close to Citizens Alliance and its CEO.
It's not as though she's coordinating with Cliff Maloney, but I would recommend that no Republican entity anywhere in Pennsylvania have him appear anywhere with them at all.
In a statement, Maloney said tough primaries make candidates stronger. Garrity did not respond to queries about the alliance. Reporting from Harrisburg, Tom Reese.
Thanks, Tom. Stay with us. There's more Up to Date after this break.
The work we do is only possible thanks to your support. I'm Lydia McFarlane, healthcare reporter for WVIA News. We're proud to bring you the best news and information out there. Go to WVIA.org/news to see for yourself.
Welcome back. And now it's time for bookmarks. I stopped by the Friends of the Oosterhout Free Library tent book sale last week for some in-person recommendations. Book sale chair Linda Kubiak said midway through the week, things had been a little slower this year compared to previous years, but there were always people browsing the books on offer and stopping in for specials like Children's Day. Here's Kubiak.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to see everybody coming up and that we're still reading physical books.
Despite what she calls smaller crowds at this year's sale, there were plenty of avid readers to find among the volunteers and shoppers. Here are a few of their favorites.
Hi, my name is Patty Nisnik, and I am a member of the Friends of the Oosterhout, and one of the books that I have recently read that I have enjoyed is the book Somerset. I would recommend this book because it has to deal with, I do like historical fiction, and it is a book of historical fiction with great character development of two separate families that moved from the East Coast to the West during the period of the 1800s. It involved the strife that they went through as far as leaving their families and developing new communities, new relationships. And it also had very strong female characters. And I was impressed by the detail that the author described, in which he described the time period and the development of cities out in the West, more or less a time in which new colonies were being set up back east, but yet we often wonder, how did all those people get to the West, and how did they develop their governments, their towns, and their relationships?
Okay, hi. My name's Phyllis. I'm a volunteer at the Osterhout Library, a member of the Friends of the Library, and volunteer all the time at this book sale. I'd like to recommend some books that were just published in the last 2 years by a mystery writer named Louise Penny. And the books were called The Dark Wolf, and then this year, or earlier this year, she published The Black Wolf, and there's a new Louise Penny mystery coming out apparently in October, I believe it is. So look forward to that, but once you start reading her, it's a long series about a French-Canadian head of police in Montreal. You'll be hooked for life, and that's my recommendation.
I'm Hillary from Dallas, and the book is Northwoods by Daniel Mason, and it's really interesting to see how life just goes on each time. It's a novel, and it just keeps changing each chapter about a place in the woods that people just come to and take over as their own. And each time there's remnants of somebody else there, like ghosts and stuff, how our spirit lives on.
I'm Hope.
And I'm Alan.
We really want to recommend A Ghost in the Throat. It's an Irish novel written by Darren Negrifa. It's absolutely brilliant.
It will blow your mind because it's both personal history, but also this exploration of the Keane of Art O'Leary in ways that connect Irish history to the present. It's brilliant.
So good. In the poem, The Keane for Art O'Leary, it's so ancient. It's on the Leaving Cert in Ireland, probably from the 1500s, I want to say. This woman finds her murdered husband, and she drinks cups of his blood.
What?
It's wild, and it's so beautifully written, and it explores this concept of a female text and mother-daughter relationships and vampirism, and it's really great.
And as a historian, it's so cool because it's connecting this really deep and profound Irish history to her very personal lived experience.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It will change your life.
And they're adapting it for the stage. Keep an eye out for it.
I can't even imagine it.
And she just published another book, Said the Dead. I love Darren Negrifa. Read her books.
She is brilliant.
Hi everyone, Sarah Scinto here with my recommendation for this week. So I haven't started reading We Were Liars yet. I just picked it up at the book sale this week. But I've heard from multiple reliable sources, including our own Lydia McFarlane and frequent contributor Jess Ross, that I will burn through this book and thoroughly enjoy it. So just like last year, my recommendation this week is to check out your local used book sale. You may find a new favorite. That's all for this edition of Bookmarks. Join us again on July 4th. Want to talk about a book you love? Email me at sarahcinto@wvia.org with bookmarks in the subject line. All right, I hope you're feeling up to date. Find more stories at WVIA.org. I'm Sarah Scinto. Thanks for joining me today. We're here every weekday, so make sure you subscribe and tune in so you don't miss anything. Have a great day, everyone. I'll catch you tomorrow. right here on Up to Date.